Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But I'll come back to you. Break stride, I'm sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Yeah. You already know what's going on. You're already, like, if you're at this episode, like episode 72, which I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, is the episode that you're on right now. This is probably not your first rodeo. I would hope not. Yeah, it is episode 72. I had to make sure because, don't fuck that up. But you are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. Hope you're doing good tonight. Let's just get into get the show, whatever, out of the way. So if you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/meltalurk original, all one word, or any other thing that I mentioned. But you can watch it live on there. If you're not able to make it, and that's fair, you can still watch the VOD on Twitch for up to 2 weeks, and the after show, which that's a thing too. If you are watching it on Twitch, it just incentivizes you to watch it on there. You can interact with it live. You can watch the after show, where basically edit the podcast down real quick and other stuff, blah 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 blah. And yeah, also it's like, if you can't make it, if you don't want to, whatever, all of the episodes are up on YouTube. Once that 2 week on Twitch is gone, there's still YouTube. So YouTube is the definitive way right now. If you want to be, unless if you're literally like in my computer, no, technically it's still edited. So if I took the raw files and just basically did that, then you would be able to do it. But whatever, I'm getting way too past whatever. But yeah, there's my YouTube, my the Twitch. I do some TikToks. I need to do more TikToks. I'm feeling like I fucking, knock on wood, I'm gonna go, like, I have a TikTok. I'm gonna try to post some more stuff. I feel like today might be the day that I get a new phone, because I just want to. Obviously it's my day off, and when I do have a day off, I'm doing some kind of stuff to get some things done, and I think today might be that day, just to get it done and over with. But I'm also taking Bacon to the vet, which is probably the first time I've ever had him in the vet. That I really had him, and it's been a while coming. But like, he hasn't really had that many issues. I mean, he is a fat cat. I'm gonna say that. That's doing a Dr. Seuss rhyme there. But he's not. I mean, as fat as he, as big and as fat as he is, he's just a huge cat. Like, he's big. He's just big. Even when we first got him, he was just big. I need to get him a little more active. Yeah, but I'm also like coming home, later in the day, especially after a long physical day. It's like taxing and all this stuff, but I just love it when I come home and I just see Bacon on the kitchen counter or whatever, on his perch, and then he just gives me a head nod. It's like, yeah, that's my boy. That's my little furry guy. I'm gonna be sad as hell when he passes away. I will be. very sad. But he's got a lot of time. Unless if some, bad were to happen. Which hopefully that's not foreshadowing. But knock on wood. I will be very sad when he goes, though. Because he's my first pet that I really, really, owned, on my own, I'm not counting, fish or really my childhood dogs because they don't really count as the family. But Bacon's my boy. He's my little guy. And yeah. So, I think I should probably just so I'm thinking about getting a new phone. So I might just do that at some point. I have to do on a different trip because one place is the vet, complete opposite other end is where I need to go grab and get a new phone. So so it's got to be 2 separate trips, which sucks. But what are you going to do? And I need to do my laundry and I need to make another video, a weekly video, which I think this week it's probably just going to be super freaking lazy. But whatever. I don't know. I have an idea for it, but it's really lazy. I also really haven't been playing a whole lot of games. There's been a huge Fortnite, as the next season is literally right around the corner, and I haven't played any of the Helldivers since I don't remember. And I just mainly because I've been busy working last week, and then I was gone, so I missed out on at least a whole week of gaming, really. A whole 2 weeks. Oh man. Glad I'm not I'm through the woods in terms of that sort of stuff for a while, hopefully. But that's how work goes and vacations. I just find it very funny that I planned it. This is basically part 2 to last episode. I gotta remember what I even named. Oh yeah, I remember. It's I couldn't remember what the last episode was, but this is basically the sequel to that. FM Dune Part 2, more or less. It isn't. I'm not naming it that. There's going to be a better name that I come up with. And it's, yeah. So let's follow up on that. So that trip, that was a fun trip. Me and my girlfriend went to Fargo to see Dune with Outsider and Popsky. The image of proof of this happening is boom, right on screen. I'm doing a lot of hand gestures so that way I remember to put it up there. I gave them the Warhammer 40k magic decks, and I'm trying to make it so that eventually, it might not be right now, but soon, I get Popsky into Magic, and that's going to be fun, and teach him how to play, especially that deck, which is going to be fun. And I can finally basically take the shackles off, learn the Necron deck, and just beat the living snot out of everyone, because that deck is powerful. Yeah, that's the one thing, I think, out of the 4 precons, I think I kind of knew that going in, that it was the strongest one. and honestly, I like the Necrons. Neck. There's a it's so close to saying the word. Necron Weasley. Yeah. I like that deck. It just I was sleeving up the decks the other day, or before I gave them to the gang, and man, those cards are thematically just well made. Mechanically they're good. Thematically they're good. It's just perfect. Just absolutely perfect. And how they made those. And yeah. And I gave them their own like deck boxes for it too, with the face commander and all that, and it was fun. It was a nice trip. Where did I even put the bag that I use? I don't know. I know I have it. I don't know where I put it. Because I have the... Oh, I see it. Never mind. So, other than going to see Dune Part 2, which I will talk about in a bit, and giving the magic decks to the gang, which I will come back to. I just want to talk about the actual trip itself. So on the way there, I did, like, for those that really know me, I did the exact same thing that the legendary story of me and Kyle going up back to Fargo and doing the piss challenge, or the sign challenge. But I upped it by adding in road signs. I mean, with my work phone. So every 5 times my work phone went off, I had to take a drink, because I would have said every time it went off, but I would literally have downed my drink before I even got to St. Cloud from out, like, and this is starting from, I wouldn't have made it past Albertville if I did it every time my work phone went off. So I started at Maple Grove as it usually starts, because I think that's kind of around the time that you start seeing signs. So I started there, and we got to Alexandria. We went and ate at Boulder Tap, which is a very good place. Like, they're, I don't want to say like a franchise or a chain or whatever, but at each Boulder Tap, they have like different brews. Like, their menu is pretty much the same. There's some variations here and there, but at each one they have like a whole line of taps of like local and whatever kind of brews, and they're all different. I think they're different. Obviously there's similarities, but they have like a whole different list of different beers that you can get at each one that you can only get there, which is really cool. I really like it. The one in Moorhead, although it's kind of hard to get to, as a lot of things are in Minnesota, that one is really good. I like that one. And it's right by the railroad. Even it's weird though. The one thing I've never really, I think I've maybe only seen a train go by that specific area that I've noticed maybe twice. And you don't really hear the train at all. Which also at the same time, there's a lot of other noise, so whatever. But I'm the train there, and this is a little bit tangenty, but I'm whatever. But the main train that like goes across the border, that splits, that's kind of runs parallel with the main drag of Moorhead. Like that one, I remember being in the dorms, and like there is at least a mile away. They're a mile plus, like a mile away, and still being able to hear them crystal clear whenever there was a train coming. I knew when there was a train coming. Like both places that I could have seen a train at fair distances away, I could hear them like I was like a block away, which is crazy. Which I think it's kind of makes sense, because like the main road, like there's like a road that's like goes through the campus, that leads to the track, which I think kind of makes it like an echo chamber. But what's weird though, when I lived in my apartment, I really didn't have that issue that much. Like, and I was closer to the train, and I didn't like, still same thing. I could have there wasn't really anything blocking me from the train, from hearing the train, except for there might have been a building blocking it, which could have been the reason, but I don't think there was. There might have been, though. I don't know. Anyways, so then obviously after we leave Boulder Tap, I have already peed once there because, yeah. Started doing the game again, already like empty on my drink before I even get past mile marker 69, which is iconic. There's a rest stop when you're heading north at mile marker 69, which is fucking amazing. And that is the final spot, I feel like, that you can pee before you head to Fargo Moorhead. Yeah, you can go to Fergus Falls, but mile marker 69 is iconic. And if you after that, you cannot go anywhere. If you see a road sign or like after that point, I was just basically down on my drink. And not to say I was doing, I was a lot better than I was. I wasn't holding it in the entire time. And even at the restaurant, I wasn't drinking that much, and I wasn't drinking alcohol because I'm fucking driving in the middle of the day. It's not a great idea. But it ain't day drinking if you don't start early. And I'm just saying, I wasn't drinking though. I wasn't. I was sober. What was it? So we kept going, and we went to Rothsay and visited the Prairie Chicken, and there's a whole history behind that we just had to visit it, and there's a whole history behind it with my dad's friends back in the day. Story for another time. But we visited the Prairie Chicken statue in Rothsay, and then got into Moorhead. I think I don't remember if I got gas. I don't think I did. And I need to think real hard. So we went to the campus. We just drove around for a little bit, and then we visited my boss. I visited the radio station that I did the radio show at. I didn't think there was a guy, I was looking at the schedule because there was nothing there, nothing showing it, but I think that schedule's old because I think there was a show on the schedule itself for the website that was when I was still going there, and I don't think they're doing that show anymore. But when I walked by there was someone in the studio, so I didn't want to go any closer. But I did see some of the old water painting things, my channel icon that was made by my friend Grace. There were still some of those up there, and she graduated a couple of years, a year or two after I did. I think a year, because she basically went the same 4-year route, whatever. And she works, I hate to say it, she works for the enemy. That fucking Concordia, fucking cobbers. Fuck. If you're a copper, cool. Whatever. But fuck the coppers. Fuck you, Concordia. Fuck you, cake eaters. I don't know who I hate more, though. As a Moorhead MSUM dragon. Well, obviously I'm meant to hate Concordia more, but after working at the TV station, I feel like I kind of hate NDSU more. The Bison more. I don't know. I don't know. It's conflicting. Mainly because with the Bison, they, especially for sports, it's the sports thing. They mainly, I feel like you're not a Bison fan if you don't if you're a fan of any other sport. You're not a true Bison fan if you're a fan of any other sport other than football, men's football and men's basketball. Any other sport, if you're a fan of the NDSU Bison, you're not a fan. You're not a fan. Period. That's the vibe that I got a lot. But it's not really, but at the same time I feel like it is. It's just that weird, vibe. So we visited the radio station. And then we visited my bosses at my old place, and they were like, they didn't know I was coming, so it was a surprise. I mean, a few things have changed, mainly in like, yeah, there's been a few changes there, not a whole ton. But what I liked, and after talking to them, and I'm willing to give them more tips and pointers and stuff, apparently what I've learned is that my program, and this is mainly for like, I would probably talk with like some other guys in my industry, that in the one of the, like, when I went to college for my degree, there were two camps basically. One was for like doing audio, studio stuff and doing live mixing and doing all that stuff. But then there was the other side, or doing like live mixing, live sound, whatever, video, picture, lighting, all that just congealed into one. But then there was also the legal side, the more like behind the scenes, what's going on. But now you have the live side that deals with that. You have the legal side that still deals with all that crap and copyright and all that fun stuff. But now they're doing like more live venue, event center sort of stuff, which is what I do now. And one of the building managers that was on the clock at the time is part of that program. And I'm like, I can give a lot of pointers. And like some of the stuff I was saying is like, yeah, that makes a lot of, yeah. They're like, yeah. I've been around the block. And it's cool to hear and see, like, one thing I did when I was a building manager, we have backpack vacuums, and like, I don't remember why or what reason, just to remember which vacuum was which, and like, say if one of them was broken or one of them needed maintenance or whatnot. What I did to identify them was I put tape over like the top lid of it, part of it, and named them different things. But they were like Power Ranger colors. So you had your red, you had your blue, you had your yellow, green. So I know it was Jason, Trini, and Billy. I think Tommy I did, which was like a weird one. I don't know if I did one for Alpha 5. I don't think we had pink tape, and I would have done that. I would have done Kimberly. And to say, like, I mentioned, like, is Jason still in action? And it's like, yeah. They knew. It's like, yep, that was me. That was me that did that. And that was even before the radio show, too, that he did that. It's just like, it's cool to know that sort of thing. Just like that legacy lives on, The work that I did to whatever capacity still remains. It won't forever, but it's still there, and I'm glad to know that. And they're doing like renovations and stuff, and I hope to be part of that conversation when they do plan on doing that, because one, I not only like to know that sort of thing, but I want to help in that process because it's what I do. And also I want to give back a little bit and make it better for those that will work it in the future. That's just me. But it was fun to visit them. And then after that, we picked up Darian from the band. If you listen to the theme song, you're hearing Darian. That's his voice. We picked him up, and he lives with the band. The band all lives together, and their girlfriends, and another buddy of mine. So we took him to Dairy Queen because the Moorhead Dairy Queen, for those who don't know about the Moorhead Dairy Queen, it is the birthplace of the deli bar, and it's a tradition and just like iconic event, like a big event when the Moorhead Dairy Queen opens. And the thing is like they don't answer to corporate, so they have things on their menu that other restaurants do not have. So you can get like chips with your hot dog or something like that. And of course they do daily bars and other stuff like that, blah, 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 whatever. But on the first day, I don't know if they did the deal because this year they did a soft serve opening on February 29th. And it's also the 75th anniversary of that location. So makes sense. But on March 1st, every year, they do like a dilly bar special for its opening day because duh. And we went there, and for when we went, the line wasn't too long, and the line is always long. Like, and it's right next to the tracks, and like it can go past them pretty easy. And luckily it wasn't when we got there, but it was getting close. Like the line was curving into like the parking lot. But like if it was just going straight, oh, it would have been on the tracks. It was long, but it was fun. It was good to go there. And then we visited the band's the house, little home, renting home. I don't know if I have a photo of their wall, but they have both like a wall of fame or like emergency wall and a wall of shame. It's just so funny. They have like a lot of Easter eggs around their house. I'm going to actually just double check to make sure like I have any of their stuff. Oh, and they are making music. They are making music, but Darren's a little bit behind because he's doing other stuff too. So, and we'll talk about that later though. But I do have their I do have their track list. He doesn't care. I'm pretty sure they don't care. I know what their next album track list looks like. I'm pretty dang certain. But they have like a wall of like emergency stuff. So you have like a pregnancy test, you have a drug test, like a coupon for this or that. Oh, a small little Bible. Like a dry cleaning thing, a quarter. Yeah, just like funny coupons and stuff that they hung on their wall. It's just really funny. And then like on the wall of shame, it's like, oh, someone's parking tickets, or like a message when one of them got like blackout drunk. Like shit like that. It's just so funny. And then they had like just other Easter eggs and stuff around the apartment, just like dead senators, even though they weren't dead. Like a weird, like almost they look like a hit list, but even though every single one of them was still alive, it was just funny. And like, oh, if you were to open a certain door, oh, there's like someone's face there. It was really funny. It was really, really funny. It was good to visit them. And we got to the hotel, and then I don't know if I've really talked about. I'm gonna not say his name, but one of their roommates too, who I knew because we both played French horn in the MSUM band, wind ensemble. He lives with Gradients, the band, and we went out to the bar with him because he wanted to get food, and we went to Worst Beer Hall, which is in downtown Fargo. We've been there before, but like we got this mac and cheese. Oh my god, we only got like a small like serving because we were kind of still full because we just we had food a little bit before, like a snack, and that we were like we got this mac and cheese dumpling. I can't remember exactly, but like it was really good, and we only got like a little cup, like probably the size of like if you me doing like a cup around, I don't know how to say it audibly, but I'm making a circle with my hands, like not as big as my face, but it covers up a good portion, but like a small cup like that. And oh man, I wished I had another, but like I knew if I had more, I would have not have been able to finish it. And yeah, we got that. We both got our own because like yeah, we weren't super hungry, but we wanted some. And we like just caught up with some friends that night, and it was real fun. It was real fun. Went back to the hotel. I think Dune was on. I know that was no, that was the next day. So I'll get back to that after magic stuff. So then we went to the mall the next day. Went to the card shop. I went. Of course, I had to go to the card shop. And oh frick! Oh no! I just remembered. Oh, I need to ask one of the boys to pick up a suit for me. Oh man. So I bought a suit, and this was on Sunday, right before we were gonna go to the movie. And I get fitted for the suit, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we gotta just hem the bottom," I'm like, "Okay, how long will it be done?" It's like, "Well, do you have any time?" It's like, "Well, not really, but whatever." They're like, "Yeah, we can have it done by Thursday," and I was like, okay." I was too like frozen to even think about it. And I just like, wait a minute, Thursday, I'm not going to be able to pick this up. Uh-oh. So I got to find someone to, I haven't messaged anyone yet, but I need to make sure that my suit's actually ready though. So it makes sense. So I'll probably message probably one of the bandmates to get it and see if because they're planning on coming down to the cities, and I can pick it up then. Or if they just come down to visit, I am glad just to, one, not only visit, but two, pay them to give me my suit. And it's a purple suit. I love purple. It's like a kind of like a grape. Well, it is a grape colored suit. So it's not like bright purple, but it's like a little darker, but like very rich. Very rich. Speaking of very rich, let's get into some magic cards. So we got 3 packs. I'm gonna open these kind of quick because I can as much. Yeah, I can talk for a while, but I kind of want to get through these. So we got, actually, this is a special one because now we're doing 2 Ravnica Remastered and 1 Mirza Karloff. I'm just trying to get through the box of my spares and leftovers. So I think I want to do this pack of Ravnica first. Oh, that was probably the easiest pack opening I've ever had in a while. Like, wow, that was way too easy. Might as well just do it from the hops. Ooh, Blood Crypt. I knew this pack was going to be goated. Let's go. And then the foil is a Vindicative Vampire. Behind that, we got the retro frame. It is a Skewer the Critics. And behind that, we got... oh, that's actually pretty good. Although it's not really much. It's a Yevna, Nature's Herald. You can cast green creature spells as though they had flash. So that's actually a pretty decent clutch card for a lot of magic decks. But Blood Crypt, though, that's where it's at. I don't want to sort these. I'm gonna do it like, hold on. Let's put these 2 up top, 3 up top, and do that. Yeah, that was crazy first pack. Another Blood Crypt. I think I have multiple Blood Crypts from the box that I got. Multiple Blood Crypts, which is wild. And like a draft booster, no less. That's nuts. I think right here. Kraken for the Murders. Reckless Detective, Soul Eviction or something, Thinking Cap. I don't know those 2 cards. Cold Case Cracker. Rubber Belt Maverick. Crowd Control Warden. Season whatever consultation. Oh, Murder. With that weird thing. Merfolk Token. Ooh. Full Art Swamp. The foil is a Dramatic Accusation. Behind that, ooh, Barb's Servitor. It's actually a good combo card if you know how to use it right. Ooh, deals combat damage to player. You draw a card and you lose a life. Actually, I know I'm making a deck specifically for this kind of crap, so this is going to be good. Behind that, we got a Sanctuary Wall and Clandestine Meddler. So actually, these are good packs tonight. I'm not going to lie. I did want that card, so that rare. This one feels weighted. This one feels heavy. And all these packs have all opened very well, which is insane. Frick insane. Oh wait, yeah, let's just do it from the top. So Beast Token, Azorius Signet. I don't know what's behind it. Ooh, Ultimate Price. That looks. I like the retro frames. I really do like the retro frames. Ooh. Ilhark the Raise Board, and it's a full art. Even though it's not that much, I know it's not super much. That is a cool art, and it's a mythic. And I knew, like, this is gonna be a good pack. So, honestly, hell, freaking yeah, dude. You know what? I'm gonna open up another pack because I feel like it. Fuck it. I'm hot. Might as well. I'm gonna just basically make it so I know that I'm not on my shit right now. Let's just open up another one of the Ravnica Remastered. Cause screw it. Oh wait, duh. It's Ravnica Remastered. I'm stupid. Alright, Boros Guildgate. What? Pertamander. Ooh, Spark Double. Okay, yeah, that's a goated card. That is like $10. Okay, hold the fucking phone, dude. Hold the fucking phone, dude. I gotta open up another one because, like, the streak is hot. I'm not gonna break a streak, dude. This is... I don't know, man. 5 packs? Dude. And every single one of these packs is, like, opening the way I think it's supposed to. Like, holy fuck. That's wild. Like, recently, these packs have not been opening. I think, like they're doing, but I'd have to use like the little flip or whatever. Perceptive Interrogators, Killer, I don't know. Civination Automaton, Crime Stopper Sprite, Elephant, Red Herring, Granite Witness, Sees a Consultant, Agency Conjure, ooh, art card. It's shoot. Call a Supreme Witness. And then a mountain, not just a regular mountain. Weird. But honestly, the art on this looks cool. Foil, we got a Fairy Snoop. And behind it, we got a Case of the Uneaten Feast. Whenever a creature enters battlefield under your control, you gain a life. To solve, you gain 5 more life this turn. Solved, sacrifice this case. Creatures in your graveyard gain. You may cast this card from your graveyard until end of turn. Okay. And Harry Doom, Dronesmith, and Forensic Researcher. Untap another time. Ooh, that's not bad. Ooh, that's a combo piece. One more. Like, that was the worst pack, but honestly, you promised me you're never gonna find your Vegas. Oh no. Or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, let's go like that. Flip. Ooh, we got Soul. I can't even and whatever. Call surprise witness. The chase is on. Nervous whatever. Jaded analyst. Vengeful creeper. Sanguine savior. Museum night watch. Extracted confession. Mysterious creature token. Ooh, foil full art. Planes. And then the foil, the real foil, is a lumbering laundry. And then behind that, we got Aram, agency chief, enters the battlefield to investigate twice. Pay 1, sacrifice an artifact. It gains choice of life, vigilance, lifelink, or hexproof till end of turn. Okay. And then presumed dead. And torch the witness. So yeah, honestly, kind of petered off. But what are you gonna do? Honestly, good though. Very good packs there. Very good packs. Yeah. Especially the ones that were Ramen remastered. Yeah, those were good packs. Like, let's freaking go. 3 in a row. That's kind of nuts. Not all lands, not all, banger ones, but hey, a win is a win. I'll take that. So, to continue going back to like what other events going on, I'm going to quickly get to the Dune stuff and talk about Dune a little bit before. And we went to the mall. And after we got done with the mall the first time, because like after whatever. So after we went to the mall the first time, we went to Crowell's Diners. We had a little bit of chili fries and their shakes, because they give you a frick ton for their shakes. Like the whole freaking cup. It's big. It's a lot. It's a meal in itself. And like we finished it. We were like, all right, let's go back to the hotel. It's like 3 o'clock. We get back there. I start farting up a storm, dude. It's nasty. Like, don't go in there. I freaking turned it into a gas chamber bad. Like, you will die if you go in there. And you're not adjusted, you will die. It was that bad. I'm not kidding about that, because it was something else. Crazy the smoke alarm or CO2 thing didn't go off, because boy howdy, was it stanky. It was stinky as hell. But then for dinner, we went to Space Aliens. Always good to go there. I love going there. Like, I think I've already talked about it, but when I went there last time when I visited more the Fargo area, I was like, damn, I haven't been there I haven't been to one in like a decade. I don't know how long it's been. It was. And it's really good. Like, I like their fries, their sauce for their fries. I can't remember what it was. It's like a Chipotle ranch. Oh man, that is some stuff. I think it still have some in the fridge. But that is some awesome stuff. I wish it's probably bad now. And then we went and sat in the hot tub and and they sleeved up one of the decks, and then went to church the next day, visited all the folks there, all my family and friends there, whatever. And then we went back to the mall to waste some time, and that's when I bought the suit, which was a mistake. And then we sleeved the other decks and basically prepared them before we gave them to the guys, to the gang. And we went and ate at Denny's because we wanted to have something to eat before we went to the movie. Because we thought, after the movie, we'd have to gun it to get home at a decent time. But we had Denny's, like a late lunch, and then we met up with the guys. We saw the movie. And then afterwards, we looked at the time. It's like, well, shit, it's like only 7 o'clock or whatever. Let's go to McDonald's across the street, and we did. It was awesome. I was, and the thing about McDonald's, I don't know what it was, but they're doing this like advertising thing. It's called WickDonald's, where they go anime and shit, and like change the menu sometimes at certain locations or whatnot. We were just like looking at the lore of it. It was just buck wild. It's like, why even? And yeah, we were just like, huh? I don't know. It's not great. It's just so weird. It was just so weird. And then after we got that, then we drove home, obviously. Crazily enough, we got home at like, we left at like 8:30. We got home in like 4 hours, which is not bad. Not bad at all. I think we did stop to get, I stopped to get gas and like Clearwater, but I basically paid at the pump and just went. And also, when I went and got gas, there were like 4 or 5 state patroller cars there, just like sitting. Like they weren't in I don't think they were in their cars, and I don't think they were inside. So I don't know what the hell was going on. They might have went inside. I don't know, but it was just like, huh? What's going on here? All these state troopers just here. But yeah, that was an experience. And we went, just finished the drive off, and it was fine. And worked the next day and all that. But let's get into Dune talk. Let's talk about Dune. And I'm not gonna go into spoilers just yet, but just in case, might want to skip ahead if you haven't seen it, because you should. You should. I like Dune 2. I think the non-spoiler thing, you talk about it, kind of near the end of the film, there's like a scene. There's a scene earlier in the film with them, but like there's just like in the desert or whatever, there's just ants, or like I think there were more beetles technically, or CGI beetles or something like that. I don't remember, but my girlfriend pointed out to me, it's like ants, and I'm just like, ants. Just like it's a joke, because like whenever there's ants or something like that, I just get hyper fixed on the ants. So I'm just like, I'm just like looking over at the guys. I'm just like, ants. Just like losing my mind about ants. It's just, but it's also at the end of the movie, so it's like, yeah. And then after, I think I might talk about some spoiler stuff. Meanwhile, but dressing mode extreme. What if I'm doing that now? What if I'm dressing emo now? Have you ever thought about that? I'm not doing that emo. That's not true emo. It's not true. What we lived through, that's true emo. I lived through emo. Elmo. What was the talk? Oh yeah, Dune. So Dune 2. It's just weird. Like, it obviously talks a lot about religion and worshiping very charismatic leaders and just believing too hard, which is a little weird nowadays. I feel like the messages of the book / movie are just getting a little too real. But it's more of a cautionary tale than it is supposed to be like a hero's journeys, which that's the whole thing of part 2. Instead of like part 1, it's just like them going under Arrakis and being like, getting just straight dogged on and realizing, oh yeah, the universe is out to get them. And then Paul in this movie being like, there's a prophecy or something about this there's a prophecy about this, I'm pretty sure. And I think I might be Space Jesus. And I think I might be Space Jesus. I don't know. I'm just saying. And then him sing Possible Futures because, yeah. Which I didn't really think about because some of the visions that he has, even in the first movie, they're not all what actually happened, but it shows like visions of possible futures where like in the first movie, and this obviously spoilers at this point, but when like Zendaya's character Chani stabs Paul with a knife, and he's like, and this is kind of earlier in the film, and he's like bleeding and you see blood on his hands and stuff like that. That doesn't happen. She gives him the knife, like he's like, yeah, the vision I know was like, someone's gonna give me a knife and it's gonna lead me into it's gonna lead to death or something like that, or lead me to the future, something I need. And at the end of the film, Chani gives him a knife that he uses to, I think, metaphorically end kill Paul Atreides and become the Hazarak, whatever the fucking weird prophesized male Bene Gesserit. I can't remember the exact word. It's a KH. I don't remember what it is. But it also ties into like the Fremen belief of the Fremen Jesus, are basically the Outworlder being their Jesus. And there's just a lot of weird, yeah. Basically, he's losing the identity of Paul by killing a guy in basically a death match, and then doing it again, and then becoming this figure, which then he really comes to power in the second movie and does the exact same thing at the very end of the first film as he does in the second one, but slightly bigger stakes. Slightly. And he faces off against, like, this is spoilers, duh. This is spoiler stuff. If you don't want to hear it, I'll give a plus sign for the viewers when I'm done. But at the end of the movie, he faces off against Austin Butler's character, which is the nephew of the Harkonnen, Baron Harkonnen, which apparently, which kind of was just like a weird spoiler twist, but it's in the frickin' book, dude. Paul and Jessica are his descendants. They're his kids. I mean, Paul is his grandson, so they're Harkonnen, or I'm going off of the way that the movie says it. I haven't read the book, but I feel like some of the things that they take out from the book, because like in the book, to use the voice effectively, like to amplify the voice, they use like devices to basically like amplify it, and Paul basically allows himself to not use that and do stuff that they do in the book without it. But in the movie, it's more just kind of like suggestion, a very strong suggestion if they can do it, like in D&D terms. I can't remember. I don't know what the word the thing is, but it's suggestion or something like that. But like, it's very powerful. It's very powerful. So like, you can be compelled to just like, oh, kill someone if they use it on you, and you can't do anything about it. I mean, kind of conscious, but are you? And the wild thing is, at the end of part 2, he uses it on like the main head, the Emperor's Bene Gesserit, or it's like it's crazy. And even she's like, "Whoa, fuck, we're fucked." She's like, "We're fucked. What did we do?" It's like, you played into your prophecy, idiot. You dug the grave. It's like, also at the same time, Paul is going to do committing a holy war. So, he's not really the hero anymore. But if I were Paul in that situation, and I had to basically fight for my life to more or less to basically hold an emperor, in the exact situation, whatever. And if I won, I got his daughter's hand in marriage. His daughter, Florence Pugh's hand in marriage. I'd do the same thing. I'm just saying, if I had to basically offer a peaceful way of, surrender by having a knife fight with pasty white Elvis, I'd do the same thing for the hand of Florence Pugh in marriage. Yeah, I'd do the same thing. I would do it. I would do it. Just saying. But man, the music. Oh, there's like a song in it that I remember that I want to listen to because it's just so good, but I can't remember it. It's like when he's just like training and out in the desert, with the gang and stuff like that. It's just like I can't remember it. It's kind of the theme, but it's also kind of not. It's so good, so good. Just like the weird chantings and stuff like that. And the scene where they show Austin Butler's character for the first time on the Harkonnen's home planet. It's so, they filmed it in not only in black and white but also in infrared, so it like makes their definition so much more dramatic in the Coliseum fight. It's just so like, wow. You can, like, there's only black and white, and there's like, yeah, you can tell the textures and stuff like that. There's, but it's like boom, boom, that's it. It's so clean and looks so good that like their black sun and the fireworks look so like liquidy, and it's just like, it looks so cool. The visuals on that and that scene, perfect. But yeah, without getting too deep into it, that's my opinion. I love the movie. I don't know how I would rate it, because honestly I feel like it's a little skewed to say it now, but it's really good. And I don't know where I didn't get the popcorn bucket, the infamous popcorn bucket. I didn't get it, but also it's like, I don't. They're only like a certain company, or I don't know which a group or a movie theater chain is selling them, because not all of them are doing it. It's a certain chain. It could be AMC, but I don't know. But the ones that I go to, I mean, yeah, there's an AMC in my area now, but up in Fargo, all of those are Marcus theaters. Well, no, two. The only two theaters that are Marcus theaters, and well, except for the one in downtown Fargo, which doesn't count, I would say, but it does. But it doesn't like count in that sense, because of course they're not going to be selling like chain theaters, I'm gonna say. But they're not. I can tell you that they probably aren't doing it. But what they do have It's Greg Marcus. Hell yeah. Hell freaking yeah. The man, the myth, the legend, Greg Marcus. Hell yeah. You know what else is hell yeah? Let's end this episode because it's getting there. So if you want to go to twitch.tv/MeltedLikeOriginal, you can watch this happen live. You can interact, say stuff in the chat, and all stuff. You can see the after show afterwards. Watch me edit this down and all that other fun stuff. Blah, 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 blah. Up for 2 weeks. The VOD for that's only up for 2 weeks because of Twitch, whatever. But you can always watch the edited down, trimmed version of the podcast on YouTube with Stefan. Yeah, that is the definitive version right now. There might be more, but yeah. What else? TikTok, stuff like that. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks to Greetings for the use of their song, for their use of the song Used to It off the album The Call. They are making new stuff, as I was mentioning earlier. Let me actually, I think this is their stuff. I'm gonna, okay, I do remember some of these songs, because they have been playing these before. So, I'm not gonna give them in any order, but I'm gonna give 3 or 4 names of the songs. On a Roll, Give It Up. Yep, I do know that one. Come Back. And Chaos Brigade. Like, if that's going to be the name of their album, I hope it is. Because that is funny. I mean, not funny, but like, that's badass. But also funny, knowing them. Knowing them, that would be I hope it is. But trying to oh yeah, I was like, no, the call's already on there. It's like, nah. But yeah, it's gonna be a little bit till that actually comes out because Darian's still doinking around with editing and doing that sort of stuff, and they're planning on moving down the cities, and there's a lot of other stuff in the way, so it's gonna be a little bit till that actually does happen, but they are working on it. Hopefully soon there'll be at least a single out, so, but I don't think they're gonna release it until, you know, their other stuff is done, or at least close to being done. So yeah. And thanks to you guys for listening, watching, doing what you do, and all that other fun stuff. But as I look at the clock, it's not midnight here anymore, but it's midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here, once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye-bye.
Yeah, well, just when I needed you, I see from a different view. Oh, baby, now don't be scared, but don't get used to it. Yeah, when I told her I can't let go, when I told her I can't say no. Oh, baby, well, I was scared, but now I'm used to it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.